Died a few days after I was born in a tragic car accident. Or at least that was the official version of my life until I turned 18 years old.
That's so.
Well, I was surrounded with love and he always provided me with everything I needed. But as much as he loved me, he also betrayed me. Why?
Links will be in the
Because I was about
description.
to find out
I'll try
that
to put
my
them
whole
on
life
though.
was based on a
Alright.
lie, and a huge one. We were living in a small town, far from city noises. I remember as a kid going on hikes every weekend in the woods. From that period, I kept my adventurous side and my love of hiking. One day, I decided to go on a hike alone. I told my dad
Draft like that? Dang.
but as I was sinking into the woods, a huge storm abruptly started. Pouring rain, thunder, lightning, really, the whole package. I was trapped outside with literally no place to go. It was probably the only time I really got scared of being in the woods.
Oh,
Trying to work
you scared? It's just a storm. I've literally been in a freaking tornado. This is nuts.
I rushed towards it, but the door was locked. I reflexively knocked, but knowing perfectly well that nobody was probably there to open up for me. Well, turns out I was wrong. As I was walking backwards trying to figure out my fate, I heard someone yelling,
scared.
"Hey, you, over there! Come here! Come back! Hurry up, it's not safe outside right now!" I run back and I got into the house. A woman welcomed me. "Oh my God, you must be freezing. What are you doing alone in the woods?" she asked.
Oh, she look insane. I'm not even gonna lie. She looking crazy.
It took me by surprise, I answered. "Do you live here?" "Yes, for 18 years now."
Focus.
How can she live in this place? I thought. The house was cold, dark, and very dirty. You know, like those shacks you find at the back of a yard and never go in because you're afraid that some monster might be living there or something? Well, that was
Another ad? Seriously? Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we back.
like that. Really unsuitable place to live. I was starving. I would have offered you something to eat, but I already ate all the food I had for the day.
What?
She told me, ashamed.
There's basically food in the fridge.
Really struggling.
Dude, this place is like...
The storm started to cool down. I decided to stay a little bit more just to keep her company. I'm pretty sure I was the first human she spoke to in months. When I left, I was quite disturbed.
Why you dressed like that?
Strange and intense at the same time,
like that.
I thought on my way home. I literally connected with a stranger in an abandoned house in the middle of the woods during a storm. Usually, stories like that never have a happy ending. Weirdly or not, I never thought she could have hurt me or do me wrong.
Wow.
The bond with her was immediate, and some voices in my head told me that I should dig a little bit more and meet this lady again.
No?
I guess you can't fake a mother-daughter connection even if you're still not aware of it. So, I went back the next day. And the day after. Every day for 2 weeks. I was bringing her food and we just sat down and talked, learning about each other. She was so happy to share things with me, and I was really moved by her. One day, we talked for so long, I forgot about the time and went back home very late. My dad was waiting for me in the living room.
Man, to be totally truthful, these stories always have like the most intense start. Like my dad, oh my gosh, my dad was a murderer, or just take me, arrest him.
Worried and pissed off. "Where were you? Are you out of your mind? I was looking for you everywhere," he yelled. "Sorry, Dad. I was in the woods. I didn't see how the time flew." "What were you doing in the woods all that time anyway? You're hiking too much lately. This has to stop. That's it. You're grounded. No more hiking for a month."
Oh, I'm hurt!
"Please, Dad, no!" I screamed. I couldn't imagine myself not going to the woods anymore and disappearing from this lady's life just like that. That would kill her. She trusted me so badly.
No, she did not! You freaking bum!
But given the emergency, I had no choice but to tell him. I thought maybe he would better understand me and be moved by the situation. But
no, this ain't your mom. You're not gonna assume it. Oh, she would die without me. Always teenagers always exaggerating. I'm not even gonna lie.
Literally turned red. He was way more pissed off than he was when I came back.
Oh, why? Why?
Listen to me carefully, young lady. If you ever want to see the color of the woods again in your life, don't you ever go back there to see this woman, you hear me? I forbid you to go anywhere near her. Are we clear? He said. Very clear, Dad.
Oh,
Low
her!
voice.
She probably...
Actually, I was kind of scared of him right now.
That was her! You sad?
And I just couldn't understand why.
How?
Could he not be moved by this woman's story?
How?
Poor lady, and we had the opportunity to help her. What was wrong with that? Well, I was about to find out. Obviously, all this drama my dad made raised my attention as well as my sense of contradiction. The next morning, after my dad left to work, I went back to the woods and to the abandoned house. You seem sad today, she noticed when I arrived. Did something happen? I told
You're
her
shitting! Yeah, this is why teenagers sometimes are too extra. I gotta pause it real quick. I gotta do something.
For real. It all makes sense now. Repeating out loud. What? What makes sense? I don't understand. She stopped for a minute and looked at me right in the eye. Okay, sweetie. It might be weird to say it like that. You'll probably think I'm crazy. And maybe I am. But I think I'm your mother. Sorry, my what? My mother?
This might be a joke. I don't believe
think
this.
so. My mom died in a car accident after I was born, so you're probably mistaken. Maybe Dad was right after all. I shouldn't have come back here. It's probably better if I leave now. I have to be home early anyway, I said while walking to the door. Wait, is it your dad? She asked me while handing me a picture of him, younger. Now it was my face that turned red. It was really him. It was my dad.
Go!
How is it possible? How do you know my dad? And how can you be my mother? I asked. And then she told me everything. The truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. It turns out my dad kidnapped me from my mother at the hospital just after I was born. Well, he didn't totally kidnap me because he informed the hospital while leaving with me. He told them my mother was psychologically unstable and that he was scared for our own safety. After that, she was completely lost and disoriented. She had a few jobs here and there, but she never fully recovered from what my dad did to her. That's why she ended up in this abandoned house. I told her my version of the story, the car accident version. Turns out my dad faked everything, with fake newspapers relating the incident, fake pictures, and even fake names. He told me my mother's name was Jessica, while her real name was Natalie. My whole life has been built on a lie so far.
Natalie.
I couldn't believe it. But why would he do that? Why did he run away with me and abandon you? I asked. A few weeks after he disappeared, I learned on the news that he inherited a huge amount of money. Money that he obviously didn't want to share with his spouse, I guess. Wow. So all of this just because of money? Money, that's a fact. But how can you sacrifice and destroy the lives of your loved ones just to protect your fortune? That's ridiculously crazy. Okay,
no,
wait,
it's not really.
question.
I am not a trash bag like that, dude.
How did you so quickly know that I might be your daughter? I mean, I just told you that my dad didn't want me to come here,
get
but
a
it's not
DNA
like it's a big
test
hint or something.
That'll prove it.
She told me my dad and her met once a few years ago in the woods as well. He was hiking, passed near her house, and they just exchanged looks. But both knew who the other one was. Also, when she met me, she noticed a birthmark on my left hand, exactly the same as her. And it was her only memory of me after I was born. Now that I knew I had a mother, I couldn't be silent anymore. We had to do something.
Yeah, that's definitely.
My dad.
Just do something. Dang.
It's all we've got now.
Dad for separating us. Mom,
Also, one more thing.
do something.
Oh.
I will not let you stay here without taking revenge for what Dad did to you. We have to make him taste his own medicine. But how? She asked. I have an idea. I knew a couple of things about my dad, obviously. One, he has money. And two, he is a player. He loves women.
Wait,
Mixing
is
these
that
two
so?
things up, and
If
you
he
can
really
easily
does.
touch his weakest spots. So we started playing against him.
It burns.
All we had to do
If
first
he does,
was
though,
to get my mom
I know
a
what we
total
need to do.
new look, so my dad can't recognize her, and then make her flirt with him. Again, just like the good old days, I guess. After a good haircut and hair dyeing, she was fully ready to go on our mission. I told her all the little details I knew about my dad that would make the difference, so she can seduce him properly and make him fall in the trap of love. After a few dates, that was a wrap. My dad was in love. He told me he wanted me to meet her. God, that was serious. So far, the plan was moving on perfectly. My mom went home for an official presentation dinner. God, it is so funny to even say this sentence. At the end of the dinner, as I was bringing out the dessert to the table, I saw my dad bending on his knee, asking my mother to marry him again. And technically to become my stepmother. I guess that makes her twice my mom, right? God, that situation
Kinda.
was awkward and funny. She said yes, obviously, in case you were wondering. And now begins the fun part. My dad was pleasantly surprised by the connection between me and my soon-to-be stepmother. I didn't expect you to get along so well with her, he told me. I'm impressed. And happy, of course. We are going to form an amazing family, he added.
Oh
As
yeah.
the wedding day was approaching,
The fact
my
you
mother started to
freaking
freak out a
dumped
little bit.
her
Are you
mom,
sure this
and
is
then
going to work?
freaking
You know what
inherited
he's
her
capable of if he
money,
finds out the
and
truth.
she came
I won't be able to go through this
homeless.
again. Don't worry, Mom. Everything is going to be fine. I know Dad better than you do. I told you that I was going to protect you and get your revenge. And that's exactly what is going to happen. The D-Day arrived, and just like when it all started, it was a rainy day. Just like the day I first met my mother. Oh, the irony. But you know what they say, a wet bride is a lucky bride. Well, it couldn't have been more true.
No,
The wedding went well.
drop
Groom
that
and the
phone.
bride were lovely.
Dang.
Everyone was happy, including me. And not
Flip it
just
over.
because of what was going to
Triple.
happen next. Believe it or not, even after all these crazy things that I learned about my family and my life, it still moved me to see my actual father and actual mother getting married. Who would have thought? Not me in a million years. Okay, enough with the feelings. To
Dang.
business. During the night of the wedding party, my mother managed to escape from her room with my dad
Alright.
and join me. I was waiting for her in the car with our passports and suitcases. The plan was to go straight to the airport and leave the country to a very far place where no one would find us again.
Oh.
Where did you get all the money for that, you ask? Well, it turns out my dad was so in love with my mother that he didn't even bother to make her sign a prenup contract.
Oh.
So technically, she was the owner of at least half of his fortune.
Wow.
And this was without including all the real estate and some of my dad's companies
Dang.
that she was automatically the co-owner of. So, yeah,
Oh,
we
dang.
were rich. We just took what was ours and left.
How much money
Ruined
was it?
my
$1
dad.
million?
Before leaving, my mother left the key of her abandoned house on my dad's desk, just in case he needed a new place to stay, you know. That's how you get revenge.
Really? Like, that's it?
So get this.
Damn. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Well, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I have no words. Damn. Bye.